warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So I'm back again with a brand new video, which is part 3 of the topic which we were discussing, which was photosynthesis. As I promised to you, or as I told you that in the part 3 of the video, we'll discuss about how does photosynthesis occur and the end products of photosynthesis. So let's begin with the video. All right. So now we know that what photosynthesis is. So the process by which green plants make their own food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is called photosynthesis. Yep, exactly. Now let's talk about how does photosynthesis occur. So when sunlight or the energy, the source of energy, when it falls on the leaves and is absorbed by the chlorophyll which is present inside the leaves, when this falls on the leaves and it is absorbed by the chlorophyll which is present inside the leaves, sunlight provides energy. This energy is used to split the water molecules. Like water, when it is absorbed from the roots, now this energy is used to split the water molecules, which is H2O, into H plus hydrogen and OH minus, which is hydroxyline. It is called the photolysis of water. We'll discuss this in the upcoming videos as well. So after this, a kind of reaction occurs. The first reaction which takes place is that oxygen is released in air from hydroxyl ions, OH minus. Okay, let me write it for you because I think it's becoming complicated kind of. Okay, now as I told you, let me repeat it once again. Listen it very carefully. We'll go gradually. Okay. Now when light falls on the leaves, so the leaves which are there, they absorb the light and they get energy. Now this energy is used to split the water molecules, H2O. Okay. Now they split the water molecules into H plus. Let me write it prominently. H plus, which is the hydrogen, and hydrogen ion, and OH minus, which is hydroxyl ion. Hydrogen ions and the hydroxyl ions. And this is called the photolysis of water. Now, I was talking about the reactions which take place after this. First reaction which takes place is that oxygen is released in the form of air, from hydroxyl ions. Okay. Now these hydroxyl ions, from these oxygen is released, O is released in the atmosphere. The second reaction which takes place is that hydrogen ions, means this one. Okay, hydrogen ions, it's becoming very gross. Now H plus, hydrogen ions combined with carbon dioxide to form glucose. What is the formula for glucose, by the way? Yup, you're correct. C6H12O6. Right. Let me repeat it once again. From the OH minus ions, which are the hydroxyl ions, oxygen is released in the air from hydroxyl ion, OH minus ions. And the second reaction which takes place is that from the H plus or the hydrogen ions, they combine with carbon dioxide to form glucose. They combine with carbon dioxide to form glucose, which is C6H12O6. Alright. Now that we know that how photosynthesis occurs, now we need to know that what are the end products of photosynthesis. Like what are the formations which take place after the process of photosynthesis. So the two end products of photosynthesis are, first end product is glucose, which is C6H12O6, and the second end product is oxygen, O2. Okay, let's talk about oxygen first. Okay, it is the simple sugar. It is utilized by the plants, like you can see the sugar is written here as well. So it is a simple sugar. It is utilized by the plants immediately after formation. The extra glucose is converted into starch and sucrose. These are neither stored or utilized. These are either stored or utilized for the synthesis of proteins and fats. And after this is also stored. And where are the things stored? They are stored in the fruit. Right, so most probably in the fruits. So, and fruits are consumed by us. So the fruits, they contain proteins and all. That is what we intake. That is why we should eat green vegetables and fruits and all. that is it. Now let's talk about, oh sorry, this is what we were talking about, the glucose. I'm sorry, I just rolled the circled the wrong one. Now let's talk about oxygen. Okay, it is used for respiration by the plants. Like we inhale oxygen, and if there is no oxygen present, then we will die. The amount of oxygen that we inhale is 21%, and the exhaled oxygen is 16.4%, right? So oxygen is a very important component for for our survival. So a major part of the oxygen produced is released in the atmosphere through the stomata. So whatever the formation of oxygen takes place during the process of photosynthesis, so a major part of the oxygen is produced, it is released in the atmosphere through the stomata. This oxygen is utilized by all the other living organisms for the process of respiration. That means inhalation. Like when we breathe, we take in oxygen. That is why we need oxygen for our survival. Okay, so this is all, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and this was all about photosynthesis. Let me just summarize the video. Now we were talking about the photosynthesis. So you all know that photosynthesis is a process by which green plants make their own food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, right? And the four ingredients which are required by green plants to make their food are water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, and energy, which is from the sunlight. Now what happens in photosynthesis? Sunlight falls on the leaves, it is absorbed by the chlorophyll. Now this energy is used to split the water molecules into hydroxyl ions and the hydrogen ions. Hydroxyl ions form oxygen, help in the release of oxygen, and the hydrogen ions, they combine with carbon dioxide to form glucose, which is later stored in the form of starch and sucrose. Very easy, right? Yep, it is. Alright, so this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video, inshallah. Until then, stay tuned. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.